Welcome back. Look who I have on set with me, Ashlee Simpson. Hello.
Hello. What's going on?
Not much. I have your album right here, I Am Me.
#1. I know. Isn't that great? I'm so excited.
Seriously, what was that like when you found that news out?
It was really surreal. I was like, I didn't really know what would happen, where it would play, so I was just, pretty excited.
I think it's a good album.
Thank you.
My favorite song is track number 4, Hello, Hello, Hello.
Hello, baby.
I like that song a lot. But a lot of personal stories in here, right?
Yes.
Tell me about where you were when you were writing this album.
Well, I've been through a lot this year. So, people are always like, well, how could you go back right away and write an album? I'm like, you don't understand. I've been through a lot this year. Dating new people, falling on my face in front of the world, basically SNL and whatnot. And I just got to go in the studio and kind of just put it all out there. Whether it's a moment where I just wanted to go out and go dancing or, a moment of sadness or weakness. I just put it all on there.
How therapeutic was it for you to just write?
It's always therapeutic, for me to write. And it feels good, to kind of just get it out. I wrote the song Catch Me When I Fall before I wrote Beautifully Broken, as you can see. Yeah. And that one, happened, was about after SNL and, basically feeling sad and weak and whatnot. But then I wrote the song Beautifully Broken about coming out of it and, finding the good and the bad.
You're 21.
Yeah.
And, okay, the SNL thing, the Orange Bowl thing, it felt like that you had to deal with a lot at such a young age, you know what I mean? Like, got your one album out, and then, how did you, I don't understand how you dealt with all that. It almost felt like that it was like a backlash, and that you were like kind of like the scapegoat for everybody. It was,
it was definitely a lot to handle, but, I don't regret the moment of that happening. It really, helped me as a person and my character, and it helped me become, a stronger person. And it helped my writing as well. And, stuff happens. Stuff happens to everybody, so I'm all right with it. I handled it, pretty well, and I feel like I did it with dignity.
I think you did. Your second appearance on SNL, that was great.
Yeah, it was so much fun to go back. Just walking into the building, I was like, so great to have a second chance.
And was that more for you or more for the public?
That was more for me. It felt good for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it was also for my fans as well. And just kind of be like, okay, here you go. Here I am. So I felt really good about it. And whenever I finished the first song, I was like, I was so excited.
Yes,
I saw it back and I was like, oh.
No, because you're the real deal, man. Like, you wrote all the music on this thing. And #1, so you obviously bounced back.
Yeah, it feels great. It feels really good.
So every time I'm in the magazine shop, whatever,
right,
I'm seeing all this gossip pages, whatever.
Yeah.
And it seems like no matter where you are, your family is at least somewhere on the cover. It's like Nick and Jessica. It's like your dad in the relationship. It's you with someone else.
My poor dad. He's like, why did I get tried?
Yeah.
What?
How does the family deal with all that?
Now we, do not look at those magazines. Okay. It's like, no. Those are, trash magazines. But, we deal with it. We just kind of keep going. And it's a bummer. And I really, feel sorry for my sister and Nick. My sister's, the sweetest person I know in the whole world. And people just want to know all about, her marriage and this and that and that. And it's really nobody's business.
I agree. They should just leave. What about, well, we'll just talk about the album then. Boyfriend.
Yes. Boyfriend.
Yes, Boyfriend. The single that we have, that we're hearing all the time. There's a story behind this song, no?
Absolutely.
Why don't you share with me the story? Go ahead.
Oh, you can listen to the song and take it for what it is.
I understand that,
right.
Because I'm reading the liner notes here. Your man right here. You thank Wilmer right here.
Yes, but not my man. But yes, absolutely. Right. He's been a dear friend of mine since I was 16 years old. Okay. Yeah.
So do you think that kind of stuff gets played out of hand?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Wilmer's a great friend of mine and always has been. In the album, I say thanks for the laughs because he's a funny dude. And if I'm in a bad mood, sometimes he'll put me in a good mood. So he's a good friend.
Hey, because this album's so personal, do you go back to when you're singing it? Are you always back in your headspace? You're like, oh, this is when this happened.
Absolutely. Whenever I perform my songs, I'm always there. You know what I mean? I remember that moment, when I wrote it, why I wrote it, whether it comes from, you know, hurt or whatever. Like, I always go there.
Ashlee Simpson, #1, and still evolving. I'm very excited to see what comes up in the future for you. Thanks so much for hanging out with us.
Tomorrow.
Not enough Ashlee for you? Fear not. We'll have part 2 of the interview on tomorrow's Star Daily.
Ooh, that's tough.